go. Let's just get back into the thick of things. Competitive legacy leagues. I hope this is on mute. Oh, it's not. Alright. Man, I haven't played Legacy in a while. Probably since, like, that past Friday, like 10 days ago or whatever, when I played Legacy plus Modern Leagues with Shalai. Maybe I should fiddle with the title a little bit. It's a little bit, long. What up all the time? How's it going? We're back. Sorry about not being here last week. Had to recover from some injuries, rather not exacerbate the issue. Back's doing fine now. Really, like, got super messed up Sunday night. I don't know what happened. So Monday, I just laid in bed literally all day, took off work, whatever, and I was probably feeling okay by Wednesday-ish, but I wanted to make sure that it would recover properly, so I wasn't going to stream Thursday and Friday anyway, because my grandpa was in town, and Mother's Day, and all that stuff, so kind of just had to take the week off. I'm on the play. Man, I haven't played Legacy. Do I keep these hands? I have, like, Cavern, Unhuman in a Vial, Mom. This is probably, like, keepable, borderline. It feels bad, man. Especially because, like, I'm, like, 23 years old. I don't get, like, random back... I shouldn't be getting random back spasms. I wasn't, like, squatting or something. I felt so old after it happened. It's like, is this how it feels? I don't know, we're just gonna keep this hand. It's all downhill from here. I've peaked. I've peaked at 23. Oh god, they're gonna force a will this. Or maybe they just, like, went AFK because I took so long talking about my 25 on my left. It's all sorts of fucked. It's a bummer. Pox or Eldrazi? Oh, wait. What deck? Am I missing a deck that does this? Is there something... Is it just like Pox with Deathrite Shamans, or am I just dumb? Alright, let's draw another land. Let's draw a plane so I can plow this, cast Mom, Violent Mom. Hey! That's officially since last year. Nice! That's good. That is definitely a good thing to be doing. So let's play this Mom, Violent Stoneforge, do whatever. I still don't know what the opponent's playing, so figure that out, I guess. Thoughtseas? Duress, alright. Well, they get this sort of Fire and Ice. Nice, I need to get on the workout train. Oh, Turbo Depths, duh. Wait, Turbo Depths with Death... Oh, it's the Slow Depths deck, right? I remember hearing about it. I never looked at the list. But Slow Depths was, like, playing Deathrite Shamans and stuff, and it was Turbo Depths, but just grindier. Alright, this hand sucks against Slow Depths. Oh, we got a little bit better here. I don't even think I want to play this yet. Just to kind of keep some hidden info, since they can't, like, combo me to a point where I'm scared of it. I want to kill the Sylvan Safekeeper, so I think I'm just going to Violent Stoneforge cast GT right now. Indeed. Getting some double mom action. The post-Mother's Day special. So we're gonna grab GTA because I want to kill this Sylvan Safekeeper. So I can beat a Merit Lage. Yeah, I could probably just attack. I'll attack with one at least. So they have the Dark Depths. They could have crop rotation here. So wait, no. I can't die, right? Crop rotation plus Elvish Spirit Guide makes me need to play this Caracas, so we'll see. Take this up to 3 in case we draw a Flicker Wisp or something. This does actually help against the Sylvan Safekeeper, too. I could just name Sylvan Safekeeper. Could name Elvish Spirit Guide and I don't die this turn. I think I just want to actually equip, though. Do I lose if they crop rotate? Ping, ping. Yeah, they wouldn't have enough lands left. Okay. Decay, like main deck decay the GT? Well, if they decay the GT, then we're fine. Alright, this taps for mana, so they can't actually just combo me with a crop rotation, yeah. What up, Caleb? How's it going? Yeah, so if they grab... But then we're fine here. I'm totally fine if this happens, because we have this Caracas in hand. So they do this. Make it 20/20. Give my thing pro-black so it doesn't die. Play Caracas. Ping off Safekeeper. Alright, sick. Safe for another day. Also, the opponent's down to 1 land, so I feel pretty good about this. What do I name with this Revoker? Hexmage? Probably just a 4 to attack with Mom and Stoneforge. This doesn't look like standard, yeah. It doesn't look like modern either. Both the tournaments that I need to actually be prepping for are just like, I'll play Legacy instead. Let's cast a Phyrexian Revoker. Nope. Don't type in Phyrexian Revoker. Type in Vampire Hexmage. Did you get a new chair? No, I didn't get a new chair. Probably just gonna injure my back again. I do need to get a new chair though. This thing's like a $5 piece of crap chair. I need to get an actual, like, streaming, whatever, at least reasonable for my back rather than like a strong piece of cardboard. interesting. I think we're just gonna cast it. So if they have like crop rotation or something, I know about it right now. Okay, they don't. Attacks like this. I need to look up what the Slow Depths deck list looks like. We'll pump Stoneforge. So they're dead next turn. Mom getting in. Yeah, Mom getting in the red zone. Mom beaten down. When Mom's angry, Mom doesn't mess around. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, dead. Cool, let's begin sideboarding. And also looking up what Slow Depths does, because I forget. I remember hearing about it. I remember like reading some Reddit stuff about Slow Depths looks like a sweet deck. But for the life of me, I could not tell you like what they were doing besides Deathrite Shaman. So what was it? GB Birmingham? No? This doesn't have any dark. Or this doesn't have any Deathrite Shamans. Was it Baltimore? Nope. Does the deck exist? Am I crazy? Was it just like a Legacy Challenge or something? Dryad Arbor? Dryad Arbor's neat. Neat tech, but I genuinely don't remember anything about Slow Depths. It's probably just sideboard, but oh, Dark Confidant, Deathrite Shaman. Here we go. Found a list. I don't know how relevant it is, but I found a list that sounds like the one I was hearing about. So we probably want these. Council's Judgments, Surgicals, Sword. Yeah, I mean, my opponent cast all these spells, so. They have Dreadnought, Liliana of the Last Hope. Oh god. That sounds horrifying. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut these Thalias. Or at least most of them. Thalia's pretty medium in this matchup, because they don't really need to cast a lot of spells to kill you. Where's Batterskull? Batterskull sucks. Shalai seems actually pretty reasonable. Protects against, like, their Thoughtseize effects and whatever. Gives all your guys hexproof, so you can block with them better. Maybe I want to keep in GTA against Dark Confidant, Deathrite Shaman, Sylvan Safekeeper, Hexmage. So maybe we'll cut like that. And that. Something like that. Let's try that. So what are they probably going to have post-board? Rites of Consumption, Marsh Casualties, Toxic Deluge, Dread of Night, some stuff like that. I don't think that Dark Confidant's that scary, though. Like, if I can answer enough Merit Lages, then the Dark Confidant shouldn't matter. Alright, we'll keep this. It's like good enough. We have Violent of Port. We have an answer to a Merit Lage with a Plow, but it's probably not super reliable since they have Duresses and Thoughtseizes and the like. Man, am I supposed to plow this? Is this like in like the Delver matchup where I'm supposed to just plow turn 1 Deathrite Shaman? Now, what are they gonna do? Turn 2 Liliana of the Last Hope me? Famous last words as I get turn 2 Liliana of the Last Hoped. this doesn't look like. Alright, this is fine. So now we have Mom. Did I plow this now? No, because they don't have any more lands in yard. If anything, I plow this Bob. I'm not even sure I want to do that. I don't think that another mana producing land. I have this Flicker Wisp now, so maybe I do just plow this Bob. Since, like, plowing Mirror Lages is kind of like last resort against this deck. Oh man, Sylvan Safekeeper, Deathrite Shaman combo. That's adorable. I don't think that's super relevant, but I guess like the small percentage points. Found a Surgical. If we can kill this Dark Depths, or if they go for it and we can Flicker Wisp, then we can Surge. Actually, we can't Surgical with this Deathrite in play. Interesting. Do I even port them this turn? I could just get down Sword of War and Peace instead. Next turn I could equip, plus have port. I guess Sword actually isn't very good against this Maze. Oh no, I have port. I can port to beat Maze of Ith, so that works out. The Age-Old, do I put this on Elemental or Human? I think it's going to be Elemental just in case, like, this Vial gets Abrupt Decayed and we need to cast this Flicker Wisp. So I can equip, port this Maze of Ith, and then if they want to, like, Abrupt Decay something, they have to sack one of their lands to the Sylvan Safekeeper to turn on the Deathrite. Seems like a reasonable idea. Get them. They have 4 cards in hand, but they don't have anything castable. Unless they're holding up. What does their deck list look like? Do they have 1 mana removal? I don't think so. They could have like Crop Rotation here, but according to the list I'm looking at, they have like 1 Maze in the sideboard. Crop Rotate for nothing very useful until they find like Thespian Stage plus enough mana to utilize it. I guess Crop Rotation gives them enough mana, right? No, not quite. Because the Crop Rotation puts the Bayou in the yard for the Deathrite. But that's only 1 mana. Let's smash them. And we have this Flicker Wisp to beat a Mirror Lage. Sure. Okay, that makes sense. The Urborg helps them to use the Dark Depths as mana. And drain me for 2. So if they play Thespian Stage, they can make a dude. Then we're kind of in trouble because of the Sylvan Safekeeper. always flicker with this Dark Depths if they sack it right now. Which I think I would do. Ooh, maybe not. Now how does this go down? If I plow the Sylvan Safekeeper, they can protect it? I'm not exactly sure how. So if they... I'm curious on if the Sylvan Safekeeper would live. So they sack this and that. They'd have one land left. So they could also protect the Merit Lage, in which case we could just Flicker Wisp the Dark Depths instead. It didn't win quite yet. It's still like a little... It's an intricate... If we can get this Sylvan Safekeeper off the board, it's ideal, right? They also have 2 mana up. They could have like Abrupt Decay or something. Something dangerous like that. I think I want to plow their Sylvan Safekeeper at some point. I don't want to attack here, because obviously attacking into the Merit Lage is bad. And also I might need to give my Flicker Wisp Pluro Black to block a gigantic monster. Guess I can cast this Aether Vial if I'm planning to Swords of Plowshares. I also can't Surgical again, as long as this Death Right's in play. So let's plow the Sylvan Safekeeper in response. It's back to Twitch. So they are protecting it. Sure. Oh yeah, all the death right, all the death rights are back now, even in freaking Turbo Depths. All right, so we gotta go Plan B since they did sack the land. We just Flicker Wisp this Dark Depths. I can't Surgical anything relevant, right? I could Surgical Hexmage right now, but I don't think I care enough to Surgical Hexmage. Although they are down on... Hey, gonna play some Modern tonight? Probably not today. I usually, like, only really have time for one stream a night. Probably gonna be playing some Modern later in the week, though. I need to prep for a tournament I'm going to this weekend. Tonight's it's just gonna be some chill Legacy, getting back on the streaming grind. We'll go Standard. Standard's like a month away. I'll prep for that eventually. We don't even know like what decks we're playing. Dread of Night. That's a little rude. Rip Flicker Wisp. Watching one of your last streams motivated me to build mono white D&T. That's nice. It's a sweet deck in Modern or Legacy. Standard, yeah. Standard is definitely not my favorite format, but we have to go to the RPTQ, which is Team Unified Standard. Perhaps the worst format I could conceive, I could think of. Modern. Shalai. Yeah, that deck is sweet. Shalai feels really good in that deck. Alright, let's just draw a Wasteland and make my life so much easier. Yeah, Team Unified Standard is the RPTQ format, and it is the worst thing in the entire world. I don't even know what we're playing yet. You think 3 Aether Vials is enough, and the 4th just sucks to top deck? I think that Aether Vial is, like, the worst, like, top deck. Like, I hate the second Aether Vial right now, that sort of thing. But it's so powerful that you always want to draw it, you know? That's why it's a 4 of in the deck. It's not because you want to draw multiples, but it's just you want the best odds of guaranteeing that it's in your opening hand. Because it's so good when you have it on turn 1. Some chickens bear deck while your friends play with all the good cards. Yeah, we're sorting it out. I'm probably gonna end up playing like a bad deck because I don't like standard as much as they do. So they'll just be like, oh, we'll play the good decks, we'll just like carry your ass the whole day. Tick this up. Let's draw. Yeah, see, this is when Vial's not exactly at its greatest. Maybe I should be surgicaling these Hex Mages. Just so they don't have another activator for this Dark Depths. They need to draw stage. I think I smell a surgical. Opponent says. Oh, I haven't been paying attention. I might just surgical this Hex Mage, though. They can't do anything about it. They don't have green mana up. Opponent's not wrong, though. It's just, do I want to use it? Do I even want to attack into this? I just, like, they double block, and then I just lose my guy, right? Man, this is kind of a bummer. I guess I'll surgical them and draw after I port their green source. Oh crap, I'm totally draining my clock. Oh well. Turbo Depths is not exactly the slowest matchup ever. I think I am going to surgical this Hex Mage in their draw step. Wow, that is a hand, opponent. Give me 1 second, Jangles, Bojangles. I'll do that, but I'll get to the stuff that you're mentioning here. I'm just gonna get a quick screenshot. Their hand is March Casualties, Toxic Deluge, Rites of Consumption. Oh, and they just drew Thespian stage? Oh, jeez. This is not good. With Rites of Consumption in hand, and I'm at 16 life. Alright. We need to draw, like, Flicker Wisp right now. Actually, no, that doesn't help, right? Because they have Rites of Consumption, we're just, like, super dead. We draw Wasteland. Hey, we did it! They have 3 Dark Depths and 3 stages left in their deck, so it doesn't matter which one I hit here. I'll just hit the Dark Depths. They can't activate here. They don't have enough mana. They can't cast a spell. I don't know why they're making mana. Oh, they do! Oh crap, I'm dumb. I'm super dumb. Punt. Oh well. Yeah, I'm dumb. I keep forgetting that that thing taps for mana. I'm a little distracted right now. I'm not back in the stream. Never didn't have it. I didn't have it there because I'm an idiot. But oh well. We'll just win game 3. Anyway, while we have a hot second. 4 vials means 70% chance of at least 1 vial in opening hand, 3 vials means 61. I'm not sure the 9% is worth the risk of top decking it mid to late game. I think it kind of is, honestly. 9% is kind of a lot. In terms of, it does. Like, Vial is like hands down your best card in the deck. Punt for the VM. Punt. I punted game 2 so we could just crush their spirits game 3. Hopefully, or otherwise I just lose a good matchup and feel bad about myself. But anyway, like Vial is hands down the best card in the deck, and just like playing 3 feels really awkward because then you have it in your hand less, but you're still going to draw it a fair amount of the time. It does. Oh, Deathray does everything. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I was too busy like talking about a bunch of other stuff at the same time. Yeah, it sounds good. We have Revoker, Crusader, Wastelands. This hand would like a Vial, but I'm down for just a handful of Wastelands. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have like Pithing Needle. We do know the opponent's entire deck though, which is 2 Pithing Needles. Yeah, let's just revoke this Deathray Shaman. So I don't have to like make that mistake a second time. Their deck is like, oh, they do have the Last Hope, so I think I'm looking at almost an exact copy of their deck, the one I found online. Because they have the 1 Lily on the Last Hope, the 1 Corrosive Grip. They have 3 Needles, 3 Abrupt Decays. Yeah, this is the exact same list I just pulled up. Perfect timing, Aether Vial. I think I'm just gonna slam Mirren Crusader here. If I can get GTA on it, then we're like super golden. Abrupt Decay, Revoker. Yep. We have Crusader, so we're not scared of like Liliana or something here. Only really scared of Toxic Deluge. Mage? Sure. Oh, if they have crop rotation, this could go south, right? We have Council's Judgment. Alright, so let's not do the greedy line where we just slam the GTA here. Let's play it safe. Cast GTA, play Wasteland to play around crop rotation. I could play this Vial, I just don't think it's going to end up mattering. I'd rather like leave up the 1 land to make my opponent think I have like Plow or something, or Path. Luckily we also have 2nd Wasteland to help fight against this Dark Depths, and we have Council's Judgment. Yeah, if they like sack, then I Wasteland, and then we just Council's Judgment it away. So this is fine. So they activate Stage, we Wasteland, they Hexmage or whatever. They have to use Hexmage first, I think, right? Not attacking for more BM. Yeah, not attacking because not attacking for the extreme BM, obviously. Not attacking because I'm not paying any attention. And what are they? Are these gonna like Toxic Deluge me? That seems like not good with their Hexmage in play. What are they doing with 3 mana? I guess I die to like Rites of Consumption. That'd be kind of a bummer. So they activate this. This is fine. They're doing it the wrong way, right? I just let this resolve? Because then they'd keep this one, and I can Wasteland it, and they can't protect with this Hexmage. That's not how that works, opponent. Yeah, you needed to activate Hexmage first, I think. Yeah, activating Hexmage first, and then if I Wasteland... Yeah, opponent didn't know how that worked, I guess. Alright, we're going to send the opponent back to the Stone Age here. just equip GTA, kill this Deathrite, play Wasteland, mess their shit up. Do I want to play Mom this turn? Probably not. I probably just want to port them. Was BMing because he knew the... Yeah, exactly. Just like super BMing the opponent because I knew they would just mess it up. They would counter punt my punt of like not seeing the line game 2 and then also just not attacking game 3. We got him good. This was the plan the whole time. A bird became my GT. So I'll pump up Mirror Crusader. Man, they'd be dead if I had attacked that one turn. This is a little awkward. They can't actually kill this Crusader, right? In their entire deck, except for Deluge, so I don't think I'm playing this Mother of Runes. Because I need something to, like, finish the job. I guess... No, I can beat, like, Alright, we'll play this file. I might want to Wasteland them just to make sure I play around, Toxic Deluge, but... I think them Toxic Deluging, them going to 1 is pretty okay on my end. Do they actually have it? Are they still alive? Kill you? Alright, cool, they're dead. Sweet! We punted away game 2, but then we got it back. Because I tried to be less of an idiot. And then also still forgot to attack the Mirror Crusader and gave my opponent a turn to live. But whatever. You guys get the idea. 13 and 3 against Turbo Devs. Man, Turbo Devs matchup is so good for taxes. That is my 100th win since building this deck in Legacy. Guess I can get rid of my opponent's deck list. But yeah, I think they were playing like exact 75 that I had found by Googling MTG Legacy Slow Depths. They're playing like the 1 Marsh Casualties, the 1 Maze of Ith, the 1 Croson Grip, the 1 Liliana the Last Hope. Alright, let's get back in there. Let's also play faster. I need to, like, pay more attention to what I'm doing. On the draw with this hand, I do have, like, Wasteland Port with Stoneforge. This is good against, like, Delver. I'm okay. If my opponent goes turn 1, like, land Deathrite, I'm pretty okay with this hand. We're gonna keep it. Maybe this is wrong. My opponent goes like Underground Sea, Deathrite Shaman. I guess this might be bad because if my opponent's on like any combo deck, we're just like up shit creek real hard. Never mind. Never didn't have it, guys. I'm gonna not do anything. They want to hit more land drops, I guess? Or they just want to make Brainstorm better? So opponent seems like Sneak or some sort of show and tell variant is the most likely. We're gonna play Rashad and Port here to cast the Thalia, because if the opponent fetches a duel, I want to be able to like play Wasteland and like waste port them, given the option. This Thalia is most likely getting Force of Willed, but fetch. Am I playing as Miracles? Is it just Counterspell? I guess that's fair too. Doesn't really change my line a lot. I'm just gonna slam Mentor, I hope. Got the Swords of Plowshares waiting for him. Basic Plains, slam a Mentor. Please. Oh no, then they're gonna force back up, and I'm gonna wish that I didn't beg them to play Monastery Mentor. Kill this, hopefully. Yeah, figured. Gonna play Stoneforge and grab Umezawa's Jite. We already have Sword of Fire and Ice. Jite helps me actually kill this Mentor. Batterskull doesn't do a lot. They just like slam like Jace or kill this, just like Source of Plowshares on the Stoneforge. We're just super dead. Didn't shuffle, which is bad. Yeah, we're dead. I think this is just concede time. Take 7 here. We can like play Stoneforge plus Jite. Opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. There's like a non-zero chance we can win this game. It's not high, but it's definitely not 0. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess, yeah, if they cast 2 spells... No, I'm not dead, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, even if they cast 2 spells, I'm down to 1. But, I mean, if they just, like, cantrip into another plow or something, then we're just dead. Because next turn I have to, like, activate Stoneforge, put in Batterskull, equip Jite to it or something like that. Sure. If they just have another instant, we're dead, but... Or another non-creature spell. I think we might even be dead even if they don't, because this attack puts us to 1 by itself. They're brainstorming, so they're likely gonna have something... Like, what are the odds they don't have another spell to cast? I'll go to 5, block this. Alright, yeah, no, that's genuinely lethal. Conceded that. Alright, Miracles matchup. Not you, Surgical Extraction. Get out of here. Council's Judgment, Sword of War and Peace, and Gideon's. Cut Phyrexian Revokers because they don't do anything anymore since Top died. Cut Jite and Saravenger, I think. Maybe Mirror and Crusader. They're pretty interchangeable, honestly. I think I'm keeping like this. I like Mirror Crusader a little bit more because I like leaving my Vial on 3 is super important in this matchup, so Saravenger sometimes is just like super clunky. I guess Batterskull's not very good, actually. Maybe I'd rather have GTA than Batterskull? No, I like Batterskull. Batterskull's okay because it can like survive through a Terminus if you have stuff like Flicker Wisp. Obviously, you want your other 2 equipment way more, but Batterskull being a renewable threat, because this game can go really slow. We have double plow. I like plow in this matchup because like those Monastery Mentor like plays are how you lose games. Obviously, just happened. But having 2 in the opener is a little awkward. But we also have 2 Stoneforges. We'll keep. Really want Vials in these hands. I might need to be like more aggressively mulliganing towards Vials, because Vials so relevant in this matchup. And I probably could have found just like a serviceable 6. Ponder, Portend, yep. Slam Stoneforge, go get Sword of War and Peace. to shuffle. If we draw running lands, we might be able to get like the sweet turn 4, where we turn 3 play Mirran Crusader, turn 4 play and equip Sword of War and Peace and slam them for like 8,000 damage. It's happened to me before, but it also involved Mother of Runes, so you can protect it from just a plow. But Mirran Crusader is better with sword. I guess that's another reason to play Crusader over Sarah Avenger. Although Sarah Avenger might be better right here if we never hit our 3rd land drop. Opponent just pondering 3 times. Alright. Really sculpting that hand. Want to hit a 3rd land drop. Oh, nice. Do I put in the Sword of War and Peace? Do I play another Stoneforge Mystic? So I'm not getting Terminist. I could get Terminist if they have like a Portent, or even a Brainstorm, since they shuffled, so they don't know the top of their deck. So they would need something like Portent to Terminus me. I think the Mirran Crusader line is really greedy and probably gets punished, considering my opponent has pondered 3 times. Their hand is probably well equipped to kill a single creature. I think I kind of want to get Sword of War and Peace into play. I could just play Stoneforge though. I'm not opposed to just playing 2nd Stoneforge here. It's better against like a removal spell, and they can't Wrath me yet. I think I'm just gonna play 2nd Stoneforge. I don't want to just like spend my turn putting in the Sword of War and Peace, and then they just have a removal spell for the Stoneforge, so I just kind of waste a turn doing nothing. Having multiple creatures in play helps because they can't just like spot removal down your guys when you're trying to equip them with pro-white equipment to protect them from plows. I'm gonna grab Fire and Ice here. Saying is really resilient if they just like slam Mentor next turn. Although I guess that'd be really dumb because I could just like put in sort of Fire and Ice and equip it if I hit a land drop. Okay, maybe I am getting. There's a chance I get Terminist here, which would be kind of a bummer because then I have to pay full retail for these swords. Hopefully they shuffle. Please shuffle. They did not. Alright. Oh no, Terminus is fine, because I get to untap first. So this is fine if they want to Terminus me here. Ooh. No Terminus. No land either, though. I think I just attack with 1. And just pass the turn with putting in a sword up. Again, we really want to hit that 4th land drop. Predict themselves. What are they gonna mill? They're taking this turn, like, spending a bunch of mana predicting. I feel pretty safe that I could connect with one of these. If I draw 4th land, then I might be able to... Yeah, I might be able to connect with Sword of War and Peace if I hit a 4th land. They mill an island, draw 2. They could have double plow. They have 7 cards in hand, so definitely not unreasonable. War and Peace. Not another land. So equipping here gets time walked, and they almost assuredly have 1 Swords to Plowshares. So I think we're just going to run back the play of last turn, attack with the Stoneforge, and like Violin something. Or not Violin. Stoneforge and the other equipment. We want to hit a 4th land drop so we can play around like not getting time walked by Swords to Plowshares. Because here, if I had a fourth land, they would need 2 plows. Because I would equip here, and then if they plowed it, I could still have 2 mana to equip here, and then they'd have to like fetch and plow again. What are they? Are they just gonna like Supreme Verdict to me or something? I hope they do, and then we draw a fourth land for this Gideon. That'd be good. Council's Judgment. They're gonna vote for this sword, so sure. I mean, if they want to vote for Untapped Stoneforge, they get me, but I'd much rather keep this Sword of War and Peace in play. Yeah, they vote for Sword of War and Peace, makes sense. We still have Fire and Ice, which is good. This is fine. We have Flicker Wisp, so we might be able to get past this for a turn. But now we need like 5 lands to get past this Pithy Needle. Draw a land, though, we just get to slam this Gideon. They name Sword of Fire and Ice like pretty easily here. Yep. Let's just top deck a 4th land. Deck. Otherwise, what's my plan? Sanctum Prelate on like 6 to get beat Terminus? I'm also scared of Supreme Verdict, which is commonly in sideboards of Miracles nowadays. I think it might just be Thalia now, because I have Karakas to back it up. So I get to commit more to the board without, like, committing more to a Wrath. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. We hit another land drop, which is good. Bad news is now they're untapped with 5 cards in hand. A lot of the new lists don't run a Supreme. I hope so. I haven't looked at a lot of new lists, so that might be true. I don't doubt it. So probably just like slam Prelate on 6. Let's attack. They have 5 cards in hand and like a million mana up, so I don't really want to play this Gideon until there's a better opening. Yep. They bounce Thalia. It's gonna look really silly when I play the Prelate on 6 and then they do have Supreme Verdict, but yeah. I think I'd rather play around Terminus than Supreme Verdict, since I can guarantee that they have a bunch of Terminuses in their deck. I can't guarantee that they do have Supreme Verdicts in their deck. Could just put it on 1 to beat Cantress, but they've already cast 3 Ponders and a Portent. They have a bunch of Plows still, but they just haven't cast. They're just getting beaten down by a bunch of Squires. But I think, yeah, Prelate on 6. I want to keep playing around board wipes as best as possible. And if they do Supreme Verdict to me, that might give me a window to Gideon. Whereas Terminus costing 1 mana gives them a bunch of, like, ability to hold up mana anyway. They can, like, hard cast Force of Will. Yeah, well, that's okay. This is why we don't cast Gideon. Gonna get Settle the Wreckage. Oh god. I don't doubt it, knowing my luck. Maybe we'll draw Shalai, play around the Settle the Wreckage, get him. We have Wasteland. Wasteland gets me this Thalia back online. I guess we attack first. Again, they have an 8,000 mana up. We're not going to cast this Gideon yet. What you got, opponent? Plow a Stoneforge finally? After it's dealt you like 4 damage? Brainstorm. Sure. They might be setting up Terminus here. I would not be surprised if that's what they're doing. Oh, what a surprise. A Terminus. Let the trigger resolve so they pay 2. And then we Caracas the Thalia. And then if they have Plow, that's fine. Please cast like a Mentor or something. Ponder, alright. Please cast... They only have 2 cards left in hand. I might have to slam this Gideon this turn. They have 2 mana up with 2 cards in hand, and they shuffled off the Ponder. I think slamming Gideon... Ooh, we have Shalai. I'd rather have that with 5 mana, though, to protect it with Caracas. Yeah, we're slamming the good old Gideon. They have Counterspell. I'm kind of bummed, but... Yep, they're down pretty low. I think that was the window that we were looking for to play Gideon. They could snap Council's Judgment it. Yep. But we are grinding away. Now might be my chance to connect with Sword. Could have Shalai, but I don't get a good attack in here. They have 2 cards in hand. I wonder if they have a Plow. They've only used 1. They have 2 cards in hand. Could set up for it by doing it next turn, right? Like, I just play Shalai here, leave up Caracas. Shalai protects the Knight Ally from, like, removal spells. Because it gives a hexproof. Let's just play Shalai here. And then leave up Caracas. Nope. I kinda want this Shalai, so I'll pick it up. Or at least try to. Yep, they can vote for Knight Ally or Sword if they want. Okay. Finally found an Aether Vial, huh? I think we're kind of off the Shalai plan for a second. You get to develop this Aether Vial. With Crusader in play, the sneaky sort of Fire and Ice hit would be really good. They'd actually just die. So, I'm pretty interested in killing them. Alright, cool. They're just dead, I guess. I don't know why they're dead, but okay. Got 'em. Take that, opponent. Outplayed. I mean, I felt like pretty advantaged there. I had like 5 cards in my hand, most of which, I guess 3 of which were pretty good. 2 of them were Swords of Plowshares, something like that. He's ghosting you. I don't think he's ghosting me. There are 4 people in the chat. I can click this button. Do I want to change anything? Probably not. Revoker sucks. GTA seemed like pretty medium. The opponent never played a Monastery Mentor, which is sometimes why you want to shave like 1 plow, because the miracles lists are like kind of variable in how many mentors they're on, but I could like see shaving a plow for like a Jite, like that. That way I have 3 plows, 2 council judgments, and I still have like sword, a fire and ice, and Jite to kill mentors. Although that's probably more reasonable like on the play. Now that I'm on the draw, it might just be more important to have more plows. Just if they have like slam turn 3 mentor with force backup. He's one of them. I don't think he's one of them, considering the people in chat are like all the time. That guy that told me, D. Lewis, who was talking about that they don't have Supreme Verdict. Almost D. Lewis is like trying to throw me off his scent. We've cracked the code. It's like, yeah, they don't play Supreme Verdict as he's playing me. It's the perfect crime. That seems pretty good. We have Caverns, and we have an Aether Vial. Ponder, Portent, yep. Ooh. If we find Caracas, we can have Vial on 4 plus Shalai plus Caracas. Do I even want to play these Caverns or anything? I don't think so. I could like play Cavern on core, play the Stoneforge. Opponent has like counterspell up. I think that's okay. It doesn't get me like, it doesn't get my equipment online any faster though, is the thing, because I'll have 2 mana, so next turn I'll have 3 mana, so I can only still activate it. I can't like activate and equip. And I'm not exactly sure what I want. Like if my opponent plays Mentor, I want to be able to Vial and go find a Jite or something. So maybe I think I'm just gonna pass. Alright, opponent not on Mentor. Let's see if they have Swords to Plowshares. Nope. Kind of down for this Wasteland. Although the opponent's been like pretty rigorous on fetching basics, so. Very odd start to the game here. Opponent just like casting literal nothing. So we grabbed sort of War and Peace. Oh, nice. I guess less nice because now I can't play Equip unless I put it on the Mom, which seems really dumb. Good Cavern on Human. I think I'm just gonna play this Wasteland. I don't know exactly what these Caverns want to go on. Might end up just being Cavern on Angel. If I find Caracas, I can like cast Shalai with Vial up, or with Caracas up, and I don't have to like waste my Vial by putting it into 4. So we're just going to. I guess I could do it right now, like activate, put in War and Peace, equip it to Stoneforge. Plays around not a lot, but it's just like less mana intensive, right? It makes me use up less mana next turn. Maybe we'll equip it to the Mom. Nah, because I want it on the Stoneforge eventually. Like I want to be attacked with the Stoneforge, leaving the Mom up. Could just get like Brainstorm Terminus or whatever here, but or just like disenchant your sword. Unexpectedly absent? They stopped playing that, right? Okay, just fetching to fetch. Okay, they do have a Supreme Verdict. Neat. think I might have to take this vial up to 4, just so I can vial in Shalai and give it pro white. I just really want to draw Caracas here, but I won't know. God, it feels like wasting this vial, but we have 2 caverns, so it's not a huge deal. Put it on human. I guess like Snap Verdict is kind of a disaster, but my opponent's more likely to have like more swords in their hand. What are you gonna do with 1 mana, opponent? Would you rather run more than 2 Bobs and Eldrazi taxes? Yeah. If I like was going into a lot of BGX and stuff. I don't think I've ever played more than 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if like 3 is a reasonable amount. But it does help with like your kind of lack of 2-drops. Full 4 is a little aggressive, but we'll cast this. They don't have counterspell up. Brainstorm, sure. You go. Oh god. Never again, please. Alright, so if I don't get Terminus here, then... Or Snap Supreme Verdict did. If they fetch, I'm a little scared. Alright, so we might get Snap Supreme Verdict, in which case we need to find a threat. Nope. Alright. I feel marginally safe. They could, like, Jace bounce and have Sword Splashers up. Snap. Wait, they're just gonna fire off this snap that they could have just waited and Snap Verdicted? Yeah, no, full 4 seems wrong. Don't listen to Caleb. Don't listen to Follow Your Dreams. So you don't. I would probably not play a full 4. There are like 2 to 3-ish flex slots, I think, in E&T. I guess opponent might be setting up like another Brainstorm into a Terminus here on my turn. I guess we'll equip and go for it. We can't really play around my opponent having that much. Hit you with the giant Shalai. So I'm gonna stack it this one first, right? Do I shock this Snapcaster? Probably not. I just shocked their face. Let me go to 3. Alright, so they didn't have the answer. I don't know why they just burned that Snapcaster like this. Unless they were setting up this Terminus. Because they could have just snapped Supreme Verdict to deal with this Shalai. I'm not going to cast the Stoneforge, because the only way that they're going to win is if they can board wipe me. Because I have this ridiculously gigantic angel. Don't listen to me, don't. Yes, you do nothing but troll people. Loving this big angel. Yeah, Shalai is taking my opponent to church here. They need another Supreme Verdict. I guess they could hardcast Terminus. They could Snap Verdict. They could Terminus. They could just cast a second Supreme Verdict. They could also just die. I'm down for their death. We're just gonna murder them with a giant angel here. Finally a 3/4 I can play not named Resto. The attack, alright. I mean, sure. Get in that 2 damage, opponent. I keep seeing that, like, the Moxen Taxes deck that plays Hero of Blade Hold. But that deck looks a little silly. Alright, so they need Brainstorm and Determinist to kill me, I think. I don't think a lot else beats this right now. Oh, maybe they... No, I guess maybe they do have it. Yep. Snap, Brainstorm, and Determinist will successfully kill my Shalai. They did it. They found the answer. Now I just get to play this Stoneforge and suit it up now. I guess they could have a plow. But I'm going to also go grab Batterskull with it. Alright, opponent casts the Terminus finally. You did it, opponent. You've defeated my Shalai. Ooh, that's a good one. This is safer because we can just put this Sanctum Prelate on 1 and beat Swords to Plowshares, which my opponent would probably likely have in their hand. And also, it's uncounterable. Or put the second Cavern on Elemental. Second Cavern goes on Elemental in case we draw like Flicker Wisp, or we draw Recruiter of the Guard and want to cast uncounterable Flicker Wisps. We're just gonna pants up this Sanctum Prelate here and let the opponent have to deal with another gigantic unkillable threat, and they need another Verdict or Terminus to beat. I guess they could also have like Council's Judgment into no, because they can't like plow it. They need Snap Verdict. Jace doesn't do it. Jace needs to brainstorm into land plus Supreme Verdict, or set up a second Terminus. Caracas doesn't do it. Council's Judgment. Oh, I guess, yeah, they could just kill the creature, right? Wait, what did they vote for? One vote. Okay, yeah, they voted for the Sanctum Prelate. Dahlia's decent. I'm just gonna keep, like, never playing this, keep never casting the Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, right. Gotta wasteland that real fast before I severely mess up that play. We gotta keep equipping both the swords, because then plays around Jace Bounce and Swords of Plowshares. Now they need to find another Snapcaster, Council's Judgment, Terminus, Supreme Verdict, something like that. And they've already used like 2 Snapcasters that are at the bottom of their deck. I don't think they've shuffled. They Terminus 2 Snapcasters to the bottom, I believe. I guess they could find a second Caracas at this stage. They could also hopefully just be dead, please. I want to win this game, opponent. have cards in hand. And they have, like, a non-zero amount of outs. I guess Terminus is a little more awkward. Yeah, alright. We did it. Whew. 101 wins. 27 games, 18 wins, and 9 losses. 8 match wins. Let's get back in there. This league's only 2/5 of the way over, and it's already like 10:30. Why do Legacy Leagues take forever? That is one thing. As much as I enjoy Death and Taxes more than playing like 5-color humans, a deck that I've been messing around with, like, the leagues are going by so much faster when you're playing humans than if you're playing Death and Taxes. You really just gotta grind your opponent into the dust with this deck sometimes. And then in humans, you're just like, oh, Champion of the Parish into Thalia's Lieutenant into Mantis Rider or whatever. Smash your opponent for 9 million damage. What are we playing against now? I'll keep this. We have 1 into 2. It's not Aether Vial, but we're good against, like, Deathrite Shaman or combo decks or whatever have you. I really hope the opponent's on. Oh, opponent will get into 5. Alright, feeling pretty good about this. Unless they're like Belcher. Well, Belcher probably can't kill me on Multi 5 and then they die to Thalia, so. Delver? Storm? Check? Storm, maybe? Cabal Therapy named Thalia? Oh no, Red-Black Reanimator. I guess that makes sense. We have Caracas, and we have Phyrexian Revoker. So I don't feel terrible. What the exile? Dark Ritual. So they kind of have to take this Thalia. Next turn we can play a Revoker naming Grizzlebrand, so they can't draw a bunch of cards. We have Caracas to beat the Grizzlebrand. Like, just to beat the 7/7 Flying Lifelinker side. Whoa, they take the Revoker. Interesting. Oh, does that mean they're just gonna, like... Oh, they're just gonna Entomb and make a fatty right now? But... I guess that kind of makes sense. Do they have, like, Sire of Insanity or something? In which case it didn't matter. Or Grave Titan? Oh, they're just gonna make a Chancellor? Interesting. I don't know why they took a Revoker. This seems kind of odd. So I'm not gonna be an idiot and cast spells into this. We'll just wait. Eventually I can just Stonewall it. If I hit 4 mana, I can Stonewall it with Flicker Wisp plus Mom. So... we'll just wait. I should have probably played Caracas. Like, not an idiot, but... Ooh, that's good. So now we'll resolve Thalia. Do I attack with this Mom? No, they play Collective Brutality. That they could cast if they had, like... Maybe I do attack. Yeah, they can't cast Collective Brutality without, like, a Simian Spirit Guide, because Lotus Petal doesn't even work. And the life totals are going to matter a little bit. Next turn we just play Flicker Wisp. Could also revoke this Lotus Petal. Attack for 3. That's playing with fire, though. I can always revoke the Lotus Petal next turn. I kind of want to just stop getting hit by this Chancellor. Yeah, I think they should have unmasked my Flicker Wisp if their plan was just to make a Chancellor. good. Step 1, I think I want to revoke this Lotus Petal since I'm in a good position now. Oh, they're just dead. Cool. Winning game 1 against Red-Black Reanimator always feels good. So, sideboard plan of board in everything not named Gideon ally of Zendikar. Board out Shalai is probably bad. Let's figure this out. Cut all the equipment besides War and Peace. Cut Sarah Avenger. Cut most, if not all, the Flicker Wisps. Cut most of the Stone Forges. Probably have to just cut Shalai. It's just way too slow. It doesn't do anything realistically. It's like, oh, it protects from unmask and stuff, but the critical turns in this game are going to be like turns 1 and 2. Turns where Shalai is not going to be in play. Nope, not that. Crusader, probably? Having a 1 of Flicker Wisp is nice. Combos with the Containment Priest if I needed to, and also recruitable. So I can, like, recruit Flicker Wisp, Flicker Recruit, or whatever, if I'm running low on resources. Which you kind of do post-board sometimes, because you just board into a bunch of non-creature spells. 19 creatures, 18 other. We have Caracas, and we're on the draw. Do I need a mulligan for Stronger Hate? Opponent kept to 7. I think we could probably keep this. Okay, it's probably like Lotus Petal Faithless into. Alright, we can beat an Archetype of Endurance, actually. We have, if we draw another white source with this Council's Judgment. Grim Llama Man. I still just don't understand this card in this deck. I don't think I ever will understand Grim Lavamancer, because I just have this Rest in Peace. Like, it's so bad against Graveyard Hate. Yeah, you're gonna have 2 1/1s, opponent. Nice deck. Yeah, nice Grim Lavamancer's, opponent. Now you don't have a graveyard. I will never understand why Grim Lavamancer is like the tech of Legacy Red-Black Reanimator. Because whenever I play against it, it's just like, alright, well, you just like board into this card that beats my hate cards, but it doesn't beat the Rest in Peace that is also shutting off your Grim Lavamancer, so it seems like kind of not very good, like, anti-hate. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like not good in the Death and Taxes matchup, and people keep like mistakenly boarding it in. Maybe it's supposed to be there for like Delver or something. I don't know. I imagine everyone's just copying EW Landon or whatever. He's the big red-black Reanimator guy, right? I should find one of his lists or something. Maybe there's like some sort of primer he's written that talks about why Grim Lavamancer isn't like the shittiest card I've ever seen in that deck. It just looks like embarrassing every time my opponent casts it. But maybe it's for other matchups, because I don't think it's good against D&T. It's bad against Rest in Peace, and it's bad against like there's 6 to 7 removal spells you have post board, not including Council's Judgment. You just have 4 plows and like some number of paths, which is usually 2. I'm just kind of playing 3 right now. Webster 7. Let's get a good hand. It's a good enough hand. I'd really like my opponent to be on, like, Sneak with my Caracas Thalia Sanctum Prelate hand, but I think it's good against, I'm okay against, like, Delver or something with Thalia and a Prelate on one. Mulligan's to 6. Basic Plains pass. What you got? They do scry to the top. Oh, lands, huh? Neat. They scry to the top with lands. They can't P-fire me if I just run out of this Thalia. And they can't loam. Also, we just have the Prelate in hand right now, so this is probably really good for me. We just curve Thalia into Sanctum Prelate. It seems... I mean, I guess they could... I'm kind of jumping to conclusions a little bit. They might not be lands. It could be any number of random Grove Punishing Fire decks. Like Jund, or that stupid Punishing Dak deck that I can never beat. Imagine this next turn will reveal. Yeah, they're okay, they're lands. With also no second source of mana. I wonder if they just concede when I play Sanctum Prelate. I almost want to put it on 1 since they're so far away, but the deck has like 37 lands. Alright. Whatever. Kind of forgot about Maze, I was kind of spacing, but I think just playing Sanctum Prelate on 2 here into wastelanding this Grove next turn is pretty much lights out. Wasteland my wasteland? Maybe I shouldn't have exposed it. What am I recruiting for? Stone Forge? To protect Sanctum Prelate? I could get Phyrexian Revoker to beat a Molten Vortex. Yeah, let's recruit Phyrexian Revoker to beat Molten Vortex, because it'll cost 2 if they find another mana-producing land here. And then I just revoke it. They're nowhere near Barbarian Ring, too. So they pretty much can't get this Sanctum Prelate off the table. We can recruit for like Stoneforge or Flicker Wisp next turn. And Crop Rotate. Oh, nice. 2 mana Exploration. Getting there. They might be able to try to make a Merit Lage, Ghost Core this Caracas, find a Dark Depths, then I have this Plow or Recruiter, so... Probably just grab Flicker Wisp here. got me, opponent. Whatever shall I do? Guess they get to gain 20, which would kind of be obnoxious. Oh, they have the Barbarian Ring. They just need to get 5 more cards in their graveyard. They could have, like, crop rotation. I haven't done the math on. So it costs 2 mana to crop rotate. And then, no, they still couldn't even activate it. I think they're just super dead. Keep smashing away. I'm not even gonna play this Flicker Wisp, I don't think. They're just so dead already. I don't want to, like, lose to something random. Like, I miscounted and they make a Merit and 20 me. I want to hold a Plow. Which I couldn't because Thalia would make it cost 2. I just don't want to, like, toss this game in the trash for no reason. When I think I'm just super, super far ahead. They could, like, stage, make another maze? I still have lethal on board. Guess I probably should have played Vial if this was my plan, but eh. Yeah. Activate stage. Make a basic plains, sure. Play around Wasteland, I guess. Or maybe they have a main deck EE. No, they already have the Bog if they wanted 3 colors to blow up Sanctum Prelate. Now they have the Dark Depths. Kind of annoying, because I think I have to plow this. Yeah, I really wish I'd played that Aether Vial, because I think it's going to be relevant here. Because I think I'm going to have to plow this stupid Merit Lage here. If I Flicker Wisp it, they just make the 20/20. I guess I could just attack into it, right? They block Sanctum Prelate, Maze Thalia, take 4 and die? Unless they do something. And if they do, like, if they do end up doing something, but they have to do it before damage happens on the Sanctum Prelate, which means then I'll plow it. So I just attack with everybody still. So yeah, they maze that, sure. Then they activate the Thespian stage on the Dark Depths. Ooh, they crop rotate, so they have Glacial Chasm? I guess that's a neat thing they could do, because then they could, like, also make Merit Lage to kill Sanctum Prelate. This might end up a little bad here. Because they might get close enough to Barbarian Ring my Sanctum Prelate, which could get dangerous. Oh, they're not making the token, okay. Interesting. They have 5 cards in graveyard. They are getting close to. Maybe I'm supposed to Flicker Wisp Recruiter to find something. What do I get? I can Flicker Wisp this Glacial Chasm next turn, but then they still have this. Flicker's Recruiter to get Stoneforge, just try and protect this Prelate from this Barbering. That might be my... No, I can't actually cast Flicker Wisp this turn because they could just make Dark Depths and kill me with 20 damage. Just untap, sack this Glacial Chasm. So we're going to play this Aether Vial turn late, rather than playing Saravenger. Yeah, I guess they don't make Dark Depths, they don't make the Merit Lage to play around Flicker Wisp or something. Oh man, they can't take damage? Is that how this works? Oh, they can just tap the Barbarian Ring for free? It's kind of sick. Just gonna gain like a shit zillion life though. And now they have 7 cards in the graveyard, so they can actually Barbering my Sanctum Prelate. Which is very bad. I'm gonna let them sack this Glacial Chasm first. Or let them... They have to sack it if they want to attack the Merit Lage. So that'll get it off the table. Now they can Barbering my Prelate, but we have like a serviceable board. Yeah, get out of here. Gain 20. Problem is now they can Barbering the Sanctum Prelate. They have 8 cards in graveyard. Now need to do something. But then they're like down pretty hard on lands. They used a lot of lands to do this. And Thalia might help block them out a little bit. I guess not. They can't cast Loam here though. Oh, never mind. If they have a Loam, then we're kind of up shit creek again. Shalai is actually really good against Punishing Fire here. Neat. Because now Punishing Firing, you have to Punishing Fire Shalai twice before you hit anything else. And that costs a ton of mana with Thalia in play. As long as we can dodge Dark Depths for a turn to get Violent 3 to protect myself, I can always actually block with Shalai. It's not like dead. They can cast Loam and start just like playing 9 million lands a turn. Can they play enough lands to Depths? What did they get? Glacial Chasm, Depths, Barbering? So they can't actually Depths me because they got back the Glacial Chasm here. Interestingly enough. Wasteland's interesting. I think I need to hold on to this Wasteland to beat Glacial Chasm, right? Because if they, like, play Glacial Chasm, leave up Thespian stage, I can Wasteland the Glacial Chasm, Flicker Wisp the Thespian stage, and attack for lethal. So this turn we're just going to cast Flicker Wisp on Recruiter. Grab another Flicker Wisp, I guess. Crackle would be kind of obnoxious. I don't know if it would, like, lose me. Like, if it would stop me from having lethal this turn, but... They can Barbering Shalai, but they actually just don't even have a Punishing Fire, so... Because their hand right now is just Depths... Or, not Depths, it's, Loam plus... the land. Glacial Chasm. I think they're just too slow. Get back quarter, stage quarter? Sure. Play Ghost Quarter. Play Ghost Quarter. They have to play Glacial Chasm here, or they just are dead. I have lethal on board, you're at 9. Are they just gonna make a 20/20 right now? Seems dumb. They know I have a Flicker Wisp in my hand. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Because they want to leave up stage because they know about this Flicker Wisp. So the last card in their hand is a Thespian Stage. Gonna Vial them. This Sarah Avenger, just for more beats. Tick up this Vial to 3. Wasteland this Glacial Chasm. They can make a copy. We have this Flicker Wisp. Oh god, Lands matchup takes forever. Anyway, Sword is good because you really want to protect Sanctum Prelate. I almost actually lost that game because I found that Revoker instead of just finding a Stoneforge 8 million turns earlier. Because if you have Sanctum Prelate with an equipment on it, it's very hard to lose game 1. Because it's protected from Barbarian Ring or Molten Vortex, because you give it per red, and give it more than 2 toughness. Important paths, because I like having answers to Merit Lage and also Tireless Trackers out of the board, which is just like a very common thing nowadays. Rest of Peace is obviously great, and we cut a lot of these very clunky cards. Mirren Crusader, some number of Thalias. Kind of want to hang on to Shalai, because Shalai actually seems like a reasonable way to fight against Punishing Fire. It's just, I mean, I guess not. If they have a bunch of mana, you don't have a Thalia in play. It costs like 5 mana to kill Shalai. Go to 1. Word like this. Oh, we still have 1 card to go. Sure. Game 2 and 3 are just are even weirder. You just have like a very small number of cards that actually matter in the lands matchup. So games can look very anemic. Yeah, this hand's very good. We have Vial and like one of our super relevant cards, and just like a serviceable hand. We can Surgical Loam, we just gotta make sure that to play around cycle cards, Tranquil Thicket and stuff. Or some of them will get to 5, so they're less likely to be able to beat a Surgical. Wasteland Pass. Not a stellar start for the opponent, although they might just be protecting their colored source to cast a Loam on turn 2. Oh, or they just actually have nothing. Well, let's put the opponent in their misery and just kill them. Thalia into port this Wasteland. Oh. I could cast the second vial. Oh no, I can't. It costs 2 mana. Oops. Not a huge deal. We're gonna port one of these wastelands, because then if they have a green source, they could cast, or like a red source, they could cast Punishing Fire. A green source, they could cast Loams. So cutting them off of colorless helps them not pay for the Folly attacks. Wow, opponent on mono wastelands. Take this up to 3. Multiple Flicker Wisps is nice. Don't have anything better to do, so just play another Aether Vial. Actually, probably don't have to. I might just put in this Flicker Wisp. Oh man, are they gonna Ghost Quarter themselves for green mana? We're gonna Flicker Wisp this wasteland. Opponent just concedes. Oh jeez, I'm sorry, opponent. That was a fun game though. I love beating up Lands players. No, I don't have anything against the deck, but I just really enjoyed the Lands matchup. It's very interesting. A lot of people don't think it's favored, but I don't know. I feel like it's pretty favored. At least the way I play it. Maybe people are just like approaching the Lands matchup very incorrectly, but since Sanctum Pearl got printed, I've never hated the Lands matchup at all. It's still not, like, dangerous. I feel pretty comfortable against it. Well, we made it to 11 o'clock through 4 matches. I guess that's actually right on track, right? About an hour and a half. No, it was only half an hour for the back half. Red Black Reanimator took like 5 minutes, and then this probably took like 25 minutes. After we played the really long games of me playing really slow against slow depths, and then playing a very long game against Miracles. Who is the final boss going to be? Feeling good about this list. I'm still not sold on Shalai being good enough for Legacy. Had like a good showing there, like during game 1 or whatever, but I just don't feel like it actually does enough fast enough. Like against Miracles, it was really sweet, but it also just like shut off my vial that was supposed to be on 3. I had to take it up to 4 to like put it in safely and stuff. It could have just been basically anything I could slap a bunch of swords on. It wasn't giving anything hexproof, it was my only. I've played against this person before, Washable Water, but I, for the life of me, don't remember what they're on. I kept a very similar hand before, right? It was like a Stoneforge and a Plow, and then a top deck Thalia. I'm able to play, but I'm more bummed here if they play like Land Death Ray, right? Because I don't have a Plow. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This hand's a little bit more dangerous. I have to bottom this. I'd probably top it if I was on the play, but on the draw, I just don't want to draw 1-drop here. I want to draw more mana. Please don't be elves, please don't be elves, please don't be elves, please don't be elves. Oh god, they're elves. The final boss is an unwinnable matchup. And here I thought for a moment we might be able to squeak out the 5-0. I think I just revoked this Death Ray. this is our final boss. Opponent's 3-1. At least we both go 4-1. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we are super boned. Opponent just plays Heritage Druid, makes my Friction Revoker look stupid. Green Sun for 1. Heritage Druid? Setting up for next turn? Yep. I could have played Flicker Wisp to switch Revoker over to Heritage Druid, but I think I just want to Stoneforge anyway. If we somehow don't die this coming turn, we have a chance. It's a really big if, though. Maybe I attack with this Revoker. No. It's not worth the 2 damage. Opponent just wouldn't block. I mean, I guess that means I should attack, because the opponent likely doesn't block, but I don't want, the chance of this being actually good for my opponent, them getting Revoker off the table. Oh, jeez, yep. They just have Nettle Sentinel, make a bunch of mana, and then I probably die. So I get to sit back and relax. Oh, geez, another Nettle Sentinel? We are super dead. And a Wirewood Symbiote? Alright, opponent, no need to rub it in. Maybe their hand is 4 lands and they'll draw a land. So they won't be able to keep going. Please? Pretty please? Nope. So we can't even take them off of Heritage Druid right now with a GT Connect. Because we'd have to kill the symbiote first. Yeah, we're ultra dead. Opponent just has infinite mana. It was a little bit my fault. I didn't run out the white source. So I talked to Cavern. I could have Cavern on Elemental, flipped the Death Right to Heritage Druid, which would have been pretty relevant. Coming back to getting feels good. Yeah, we're 4-0 in this league. Final boss is just elves. Never gonna trophy. I don't even know if they've used Wirewood Symbiote yet. This is probably lethal. Oh, is it the double hoof? Come on, double hoof me, opponent. Aw, natural or indecisive. Hey, I got Revoker on Death Right. Got him locked down, don't you worry. We're just getting double critter hoofed for I'll let them deal as much damage as they can. You can go nuts. Natural order. They don't have a 3rd hoof in their deck, right? This deck only plays 2? Oh, they're just untapping the Death Right for maximum damage. Alright, I'll allow it. Let's see how negative we can go. You got me, opponent. Negative 62. Impressive. Path to Exiles, Containment Priest, Aethersworn Canoness. I should have wastelanded the Gaia's Cradle to send a message. Council Judgment. Shalai, you're slow and bad. Batterskull, slow and bad. What else sucks in this matchup? Thalia is bad. I can never play Legacy, just watching what happens on stream makes me salty. Yeah, I mean, you take the good with the bad. You can't play Death and Taxes in Legacy without just, having an appreciation for how badly your opponent's bending you over. You play Death and Taxes and your opponent, belches you, you can't be upset. It's just, Comes with the territory. Guess we cut a Flicker Wisp. It's like pretty medium. Here we go with our shitty 2/2 bears. In our opponent's defense, they're playing like shitty 1/1s. Ooh, I'll keep this. 10 is actually very good. Like, if there's a hand that beats elves, it's probably something like this. I can like Ethersworn into Violent Stoneforge, get GT plus Mirror Crusader, turn 4 connect with Mirror Crusader. Shitty 1/1s that I'm making 50 mana. Yeah, you're not wrong. Path to Exile. Alright, so let's map out these next couple turns. If I play Ethersworn here, I can Violence Stoneforge next turn, get GT, and if I hit a 4th land, I can play the Crusader. If I don't hit a 4th land, I can just cast the GT to connect next turn. Well, let's just play this Ethersworn out. They need to have Abrupt Decay to beat it, or just like Natural Order. That usually gets me. Yeah, Greater Hoof kind of does take you to Pound Town. Alright. Visionary, sure. Let's draw another land, please. Nice. Alright. I think we're living, and if we live, I think we win. Because we're just gonna connect with Crusader with, like, Crusader plus GT, and just crush my opponent into the dust. And then we're just gonna lose game 3, so, I mean, we tried our hardest, though. They have 4 mana, and they can Nat Order. They get, like, Abrupt Decay, Ethersworn, plus try and go off. Could be holding up Abrupt Decay. Did Abrupt Decay it. But then now they'll have to Abrupt Decay the GT. And that gives me more time with this Ethersworn in play. They could also not have Abrupt Decay and then they lose, but... Oh, sweet. Sweet justice. Whew. I think we're alive. I mean, we had to draw the absolute perfects. And the opponent also needed to not have Abrupt Decay in their hand, but I think we got the game. Alright, yeah, the opponent is incredibly dead now. Kill this Elvish Visionary, because why not? Get out of here, Bayou. Feels good, man. Alright, we took a game off Elves. That's the most we can ever really hope for in this matchup is, you know, you take the one game, Really show him who's boss. Alright, now our opening hand just needs to be like land, land, Swords to Plowshares, Containment Priest, Aethersworn Canonist, Mother of Runes, Aether Vial, or some shit like that. And then, like, top deck Stoneforge Mystic. It's like the only way we're gonna win game 3. This is so hard to win on the draw against elves. Well. We did our best. Oh, jeez. This hand is not gonna beat elves. Put him only into 6. We have a chance. Oh, jeez. Alright, I think we have to keep this. On the draw with Plow. This is the type of hand we never hit a second lane drop and lose, though. So, good start. But we have, like, Plow and Stoneforge. And we're on the draw with a Scry. I don't think you can ever ship this hand. Might just Plow this Dryad Arbor. Yeah, opponent has 4 cards left in hand. We're gonna kill that Dryad Arbor. And then hope to God we top deck another land, please. Nope. But we have a chance. Opponent doesn't have a land either. Please, God, do not forsake me this day. I just want to win against elves once. Just give me the second land. That's all I ask for. Just let me draw a second land. Oh no, that's the opposite of what I wanted. This is very bad news. I think I need to pat this Heritage Druid. God, why hast thou forsaken me? Opponent has 3 cards in hand and fired off a Glimpse. So the question is, do I path this Heritage Druid on their upkeep, or do I just cast Stoneforge Mystic and hope their 3 cards don't matter enough to beat me? God. If this land had come last turn, I'd feel so much safer. I'm so uncomfortable right now, though. Ugh. I just don't think I can let this Heritage Druid live with a Gaia's Cradle in play, too. I need to play this Cavern on Elemental to cast my Flicker Wisps. So we play Cavern on Elemental and pass and path this in the upkeep. We're just like so far behind though. But only have 3 cards in hand, so maybe we have a chance, but Elemental is what we want. Don't get greedy path. Yeah. I really wish it was at least a Plow, but they get another land for next turn. Ugh. Maybe we'll draw, like, Wasteland, so we can waste this Cradle at least next turn, plus play Stoneforge. Elvish Visionary, okay, that's not killing me. Okay, that fetch land's pretty bad for me. Gives them 2 mana here. Oh, jeez. They're gonna draw, like, 9,000 cards. And we're so far off of, like, getting... We need to draw running lands if we want to Stoneforge plus GT next turn. Ooh. Jeez, now what do I do? So opponent can pick up Visionary and just draw, like, 9,000 cards. Am I supposed to Plow the Symbiote now? I'm just so far off of winning if I keep just killing my opponent's stuff. But my opponent has so much mana, and the issue is that they're tight on cards, right? So I think plowing the Symbiote is what I want to do. To deny my opponent cards? Deny them resources? They probably pick up end of turn has infinite mana, but is lacking the resources, hopefully, to kill me, but very unlikely considering just how much fucking mana they have. Another land is good. Could Council Judgment something, but I don't think it matters. If they have Hoofed, I just, like, lose. Because they just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just die. Can't do anything about it. I can't even... I guess Council's Judgmenting would take them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. They have 2 cards in hand, though. I just need to get GTA online, or else I'm just going to die. Just drain me, sure. We could very well just be dead, but, I mean, we put up a pretty valiant effort. Yep. Make a green mana, 4, tap Cradle for 4, 5, 6, 7. Hoof me. Yep. I figured. Should be significantly lethal. Dang. Take that. Well, I kept my dreams alive for as long as possible, but we missed that land drop for like 1 turn, and it kinda crushed us. But I mean, also this matchup is horrible, so can't be too disappointed about the loss. I'm a little bummed we got the 5-0 snatched away by elves, but I mean, if there was a deck that was going to smash me out of 5-0, it was going to be elves, because that matchup is just rancid. Them's the breaks. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the stream for today. We 4-1'd here. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be disappointed when you're 4-0 and then you lose your last match to Trophy. But we tried our best. I think what we did that game was like relatively optimal. I think like casting the Council's Judgment that turn I played the Stoneforge is like playing not to lose rather than playing to win. Like a Council Judgment, the Death Right, so they couldn't crit off me that turn. But they had 2 cards in hand, and like if I Council Judgment them, they can easily just hit more land drops, and it just delays me getting Stoneforge Mystic online. Still 0% win rate against elves. But we went 4-1, which is a good record. Increased our match win percentage out of 160 games, which is good. Again, a little recap at the end here. I'm still not sold on Shalai. I say that like every time I end a stream playing Shalai. I really just don't think it's quite good enough. It just doesn't feel like it does the same things it does in Modern, where there's more interactive cards, and you want Vial on 4 a little bit more in Modern with stuff like Resto. Vial on 4 here really sucks because it's the only 4 in the deck. It doesn't protect your creatures from a lot because it just comes down so late against so many of the matchups that it's actually relevant in. And I think it just might. And it gets like Revolted Fatal pushed against Checkpile. I still haven't actually played against Checkpile since I added them though, so I'll keep messing around with them for more streams. Since they're not like actively bad, I'm not disappointed they're in my deck. The one thing I do want to do is change Gideon's to Cataclysms to try that out at some point, but that's pretty far down the road. Because this week we are going to be running some Modern for probably most of the rest of the week, since I have a Modern tournament next week or this weekend. probably gonna have to be playing 5-color humans to the much to the likely disdain of Allah time. My teammates probably won't let me play Death and Taxes. Oh god, why is the sideboard so like ridiculously messed up in this deck? Because like it Moto auto sorts by like it organizes all the different multicolored cards by themselves essentially. So in order to like actually show off the whole list, we'd have to stack them up like this. Yes, yeah, this is the 5-color humans list I've been messing around with online, which I'll probably load up tomorrow. We'll take it for a test drive. Played 11 leagues with it, 65% win rate. It's been pretty good. I haven't 5-0'd yet with it, but there were like a lot of 4-1s with this deck. This deck is just very powerful. It feels pretty gross, all the nonsense you do here. And also, we're still playing Thalias, so it's not like technically cheating from the stream theme. But eventually I'm also going to have to play some standard for that Team RPTQ I was talking about earlier today, but that's for a later time. So anyway, this will be what we're on tomorrow. Should be here at the same time, around 9 p.m. Central. So anyway, if you enjoy the content, if you like what you are watching, you want to see more, you can hit the follow button. It helps me out a lot. It helps other people find my content, and helps you know when I'm going live, and costs you absolutely nothing. Other than that, if you want to really support the stream, you can donate or subscribe. The subscription box should be above the stream, and there's a donation link down below in the text. I don't know if it's clickable. I don't think I actually hyperlinked it, but I'll work on that. But we stream a bunch of Death and Taxes here, so if that's what you're into, then this is the right stream for you. I'm just pulling up stream to host here while I'm talking. Should be back to like a normal stream schedule since last week after kind of sitting out nursing my back. Is anyone playing Legacy? Legacy Goblins, oh man, I gotta support that. Legacy Goblins is like the sister deck of Death and Taxes. Alright, we're gonna host turn 1 Lackey here. Alright, so that'll be all. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed hanging out.